What's up, guys? Welcome back to the first take. Now, this is going to be our review of Terminator Genisys. My boy Dan from G-Check. You can check out his channel, link down below. Now, I was going to make this a non-spoiler review, but I don't think it's possible to talk about this film without talking about details. We're going to try to keep it condensed to at least 10 minutes. So let's just go for broad strokes. Okay, simple. A simple thing to start with. Dan, what did you think of the performances? Just purely forget the story for now, but just the performances.
The media clerk. I hate to say it, she sucked.
Really?
Yeah.
Go on. I didn't feel that strongly. I didn't love it. To me, she didn't feel like Sarah Connor, but at the same time, I didn't hate her. And it's like we were mentioning in the car. It's odd how with Sarah Connor Chronicles, what's her name, Lena Headey?
Yeah.
Even though she looks nothing like the original actress from the first two Terminator movies, she didn't sound like her. She didn't really evoke any mannerisms of her, but she still, for me at least, became Sarah Connor. I genuinely believe that she was. Emilia Clarke may, in some respects, resemble the original actress a little more than Lena Headey did, but I just didn't buy it.
It wasn't convincing. And I'll tell you why. Sarah Connor is a hard character. She's hard. Very independent.
Yeah.
Non-emotional.
Well, she became that in the second movie, Terminator 2.
Yeah. But this one, I just wasn't convinced. She was awful.
Was it her? I wouldn't say that. But was her appearance more of what you couldn't get around? That she looked too baby-facey?
No. Not at all. She just didn't embody what we know of Sarah Connor, even in the original film.
Okay then. Okay, what about Jai Courtney then?
I don't rate that guy at all. I don't rate him, right? And from what's the Bruce Willis film?
Oh, Die Hard.
Die Hard, right? I don't rate. I think Spartacus is the only thing that he was
a good in Spartacus.
Convincing him for me. Every other thing I've seen him since then has been a letdown. To play Kyle Reese, they didn't need him to be anything else, to be fair, because Kyle Reese isn't,
wasn't a huge character.
Yeah, and so you could get away with anyone, but again, it was so MTV. That's all I can say.
I think that was more to do with the way it was directed, that MTV vibe to it. But I didn't hate him as much as I thought it was. I had no interest in seeing Jai Courtney in this movie.
He would have still been Bruce Willis's son from Die Hard to me in that movie.
Yeah, there was no real distinction in his personality, but I didn't hate him. I didn't love him either. That seems to be my general thought on this whole movie. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. It's just, Arnie.
Do you know what? Arnie, a lot of people would say Arnie is probably the most overpaid actor for just doing nothing.
It was.
And sadly, I think that's what Arnie's actually good at. This time around as the Terminator, he sucked balls.
Young Terminator did, yeah. Young Terminator kicked ass.
Yeah.
We're not quite at that uncanny valley, which is basically the place that we get to technologically where a CG'd person looks so much like a real person that it tricks us, real people. We're not quite there yet, but the young Terminator looks way better than he looked in the trailers. He still looks a bit rubbery though.
I like that.
Once you get close up, it still looks a bit...
I really, really loved it. It was a great use of CGI. Absolutely freaking awesome. And for me, the reason why I liked it is because if they didn't have a human playing the Terminator in the 80s due to the limited special effects and cost of something like that, that's what the Terminator would have looked like, because it's embodied, it's meant to look human, but not quite. And a robot can't make...
That's why those were dangerous.
That's the thing though. I mean, Skynet's a robot, a program, and there's no way for a program to create human flesh unless it's actually had this DNA and everything been put into it.
Access to everything that's on the
internet. It does, but again, it wouldn't be like a natural born.
Maybe the first few generations at least.
It looked perfect. The Terminator that they represented in the film looked perfect.
I like the young Arnie. I thought it was good. I thought it was decent. What did you think of their shit? Which way should we go with the story, man? There's so many headfuck directions to go in. What do you want to mention? What stood out that you want to? Because he hated it. Let's be real now. He did not like it at all. Yeah.
You can't justify that.
I don't say that.
You can't justify.
Like I say, love, hate.
It's
bollocks.
It's bollocks.
But what stood out to you that you hated the most?
What did I hate the most? The timeline shit. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. The space-time continuum. John Connor sends Kyle Reese to the past to go and save his mother. Now, if Kyle Reese has been born, he was in 2007, I believe. He was born. John Connor hasn't yet been born. So again,
yeah, he was. He was born in the 80s.
After he sent him,
it doesn't matter because it's happened before. Time. You guys explain it to this guy. Time is in the loop. It's already happened, so that way he must send him back in order to maintain that it continues to happen, and then it happens again, and it happens again.
That makes no sense, dude. I'm sorry.
Makes sense to me, but that's not really. That's not really the fuck up of this film. The fuck up of this film.
The fuck up with this film was
they went nuts.
That
they went nuts with it.
Apparently, Sarah Connor at the age of 7 now has a Terminator.
9.
7, 8. Was it 8 or 9? I don't think it was 9, but I think it was actually 8. And she had a Terminator.
What happened to the?
Why? The guy went back.
Yeah, they never explained. Now, some of you would have seen it by now once you see this. Did they explain who sent that Terminator back? The one that she ended up being adopted by, basically. Because it would have had to be in the Resistance. But when did they...
it wasn't.
No, because it was a good Terminator. So the Resistance would have had to send that one back.
But again, why that far? It just makes no fucking sense.
Who did it?
Sorry, it's just
and
so
who
dumb.
sent the T-1000 back? That
1983.
That happens in 83. Yeah, that one, the Korean version, which he was pretty good. I liked him. I thought he wasn't going to be great.
He was good.
For the life of me, I'm blanking on his name, but he's a cool actor. He's been in a shit ton of awesome Korean movies and a few Hollywood ones. Let's not
Han Lee.
That's it.
That's not a mouthful.
We don't want to mention the G.I. Joe movies he was in. These original shit, good shit.
G.I. Joe.
But yeah, she was. He was good in it. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, he was good in this. Shame he wasn't in it longer.
What was the point of him being there in 1983? Makes no sense, because if it's already happened and she knows this is all going to happen, why have they sent a Terminator to 1983, 1974 or 5, and then 2017, which was a bit clearer? It just makes the whole story is confused. It's confused.
I personally think it was just another failed attempt to try and kill her and whatever, but they just didn't explain when or who sent him back. It was obviously Skynet, but at what point? And it's just, they should have done what they originally wanted to do, and that was reboot the whole thing from scratch, rather than this soft reboot, semi-beginning again, semi-continuation, because it's just too convoluted at this point, way too convoluted.
And what you were saying about there was another failed attempt at killing her, they killed the original Terminator right near the beginning of the film. If you've seen Terminator 1, where Arnie first appears,
but there's loads
they
of
explain the backstory to that, and effectively you see the Arnie robot Terminator go
from Terminator 1.
And then old Arnie, who seems to be in 1983, boom, along with Sarah Connor, kill him.
Yeah.
So why did you send the robot to 1983 if you've already sent one back further than that? The T-1000 was there.
I think that's something to do with the converging. There's all these parallel timelines. That's what they were trying to explain.
The T-1000's there.
Yeah, it became because they've already sent that one, so why send this other one? That's why it became a mess. There's supposed to be these multiple timelines with multiple different decisions, and then for some reason 1983 was when they were all sort of merging and converging together into a big freaking mess. I'm going to
sum this film up. What was good about Terminator for you?
This one, Genisys.
Yeah.
It had its moments. I didn't hate the whole cast. Like I said, I just can't. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It has okay moments that keep me reasonably amused, but I can't.
Okay. No. I'll tell you what was good about Terminator. The limited special effects. That's it.
Limited.
Yes, the special effects for 2015. I don't feel was up to par to other movies in terms of how they've utilized special effects. The John Connor as the Terminator was freaking awesome.
He did look cool.
And I thought that was that was the one decent part of the actual film. That and the other special effects. But that, the rest of the film, I could give you a whole string of what was so bad about it. It's freaking god awful. Yeah. That's just my opinion.
But Matt Smith, you know, they really did fuck up. I got a lot of heat in the original trailer reaction to this, when they revealed that John Connor was this semi-fucked up Terminator thing, and I was like, no, they fucked up. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have done that. People are like, no, it's not the big thing. There's another twist further down the line. And don't forget, Matt Smith is in this film, the old Doctor Who, the one with the big head. And it's like, yeah, there was a little more to it, but that was still the biggest thing to this whole thing, which they should have saved as a surprise. It would have probably changed the experience of this film, even if that one little detail we didn't know. Not saying it would have made it better, but it would have been something more that we would have gotten a chance to experience.
I think instead of them revealing John Connor as the Terminator, they should have shown Matt Smith a clip of him.
Yeah, there was no reason.
And then there was that was it. There was
no reason not to show him.
And that wouldn't have even given anything away.
It didn't really amount to much.
You know, but when they showed John Connor, and obviously he had been buggered up, that effectively just gave away the whole film. And later on, even the director recently came out and said they show too much in that trailer. So does the director not have a say in the trailer that goes out?
No.
He must be pissed.
They just had to do a job, and then once they've done it,
he must be pissed. Yeah. No,
anyway,
film sucks.
Anyway, do you agree with us? If you don't, write comments down below and explain why do you think this works. And let's see if we can get our heads around the whole convoluted madness that they've gotten into now. If you like the video, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. I'm Eddie Reese. This has been my first take, featuring
Benny from G-Check, man, and I'm gonna G-Check the fuck out of this.
Yeah, he's gonna do his video, so check out his channel.
God.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Later.